All right, Chris, here's a hero workout I've never done before. My guess is it's going to be, well, not my guess, it's definitely going to be a midline destroyer. Midline destroyer, meaning more than just your core, your entire midline is going to get worked pretty good here. Michael, 3 rounds of 800-meter run, 50 back extensions, and 50 sit-ups. So we very rarely do back extensions. They're a great tool to work the backside. But we kind of need to make sure we do them slowly for most people to make sure you do them correctly and don't aggravate your back or maybe hurt your back. So back extensions to be done with the GHDs, which is this is something that the GHDs were actually originally designed for. GHDs weren't originally designed to do sit-ups. That's one thing that CrossFit has invented, is doing sit-ups on a GHD machine. GHD stands for glute ham developer. Glutes, your butt, hamstrings. So it's meant to work the back side of your body and work that. So much like a Roman chair, GHDs are meant to work that back side. And one of the things you can do is you can do back extensions or hip extensions. Now, this says back extensions. Most people will be doing hip extensions. So a back extension is you lay in the GHD and you slowly curl your back up until you're curled into a ball and then uncurl it on the way back. Meaning you're kind of working your each vertebrae curls up and then curls back out. And that really taxes the back. It really kind of works all of your back muscles and takes a long time to do those, especially do them properly. They're really hard to do, really hard to do well. So we're gonna, for the sake of this workout, we'll call back extensions, we're gonna make them hip extensions. What's a hip extension? Hip extension now is you're gonna maintain your neutral spine as much as you can. You're gonna maintain your neutral spine, period, and you're gonna bend only at the hip. So you're gonna hang off that GHD to where your hips have plenty of room to freely bend. I don't want the padding on the GHD to be too high up your torso to where you can't freely move about your hip. And just go as low as you can without rounding your spine. Even those are really hard to do, especially 50 of them. Maybe like you 10, 12, and then you start to get dizzy and they're hard to do. 50 of them's tough. So what I'm gonna ask most people to do in class will be do 50 Supermans instead. That's how we're gonna scale today. You can run 800 meters. You can probably do 150 sit-ups. It's gonna be a lot of sit-ups, but I bet you can do 150 sit-ups. But the back extensions, 150 of those for those that have never done those before, which the vast majority of our members have not, because I don't program them very often because of limited GHDs, and they're also really hard to watch to make sure people are doing them correctly. We'll ask people to do Supermans. Now maybe we can kind of mix it up and whoever's coaching that day can kind of watch to make sure that, you know, one round, if you want to come in and do 10, 20 back extensions, you can do those, and then go out to the floor and do the rest in Supermans. But that's how we're going to scale today, is doing Supermans instead of the back extensions. Hopefully that doesn't really quite tax the back as much. If you do Supermans good, it is going to get a good squeeze of the back and the lower erectors of your back. It's going to get a good squeeze in there. It's going to get pretty effective. You're still going to run a mile and a half. You're still going to do 150 sit-ups. But that is your Wednesday. Have a good Wednesday.